Hello, this is Lisa Young, and I am going to show you the downloads for April. So each month I'm releasing a download set, so a set of 3 papers, and we're going to challenge everyone to use these. So like if you purchase them and you use them, to tag us or tag us in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever, even on my blog. I'll put this on my blog as well. You can even just tag me, show me what you've done. And my sister and I are going to choose a winner. And then the next month, the person who we choose will get the download for the next month for free. So this is for April. And this has these flowers in 3 different sizes, so you can choose a size. Like, so if your journal's bigger, this would be better, but if your journal's smaller, this might be a better fit for you. And then there are these 2 little different backgrounds, and all of these are painted on vintage ledger papers. I thought the writing on these were, I got this upside down, I think. But anyways, the writing on these were really fun, and just added some character to these downloads. When I was looking at them, I thought that just really adds some character. When I was painting on them, I like them. And then this is a piece from an old clip art set, but I included it in this because I just thought it might be fun. The colors matched. It was something that I thought would be fun. And so it's a piece from an old set that I included in this, and I think it will be fun. And then this picture here, I bought this picture on a vintage photo lot, and I loved it. And some of the reasons why I loved it, I have this thing about vintage photo bombers and being cropped out of a photo. Those are 2 things that I just love about a photo, and this has both. It has 2 of them. So if you look in the background, you got a photo bomber, and then you got somebody that's cropped right down here. And I just loved it. And I like the expression on the faces. I just thought it was really, really fun. It's just a fun photo. I love it. This bird here I worked on this for a while because this is from a dictionary, and the original is really tiny, a vintage dictionary, and it was like really tiny. And I wanted it larger. I wanted it more substantial. And so I finally got it to a place I like, and I just love it. I just think it's fun. I love blackbirds of all kinds. And then we have this couple here, and I thought it was kind of fun and whimsical and kind of reminded me of like spring rolling hills. I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of fun. So anyways, so these are the 3 sheets that are a part of this challenge. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to create using these, and so you can kind of get an idea of how to use them. But then I would encourage you to use your own creativity and your own way of doing art. You know, your own ways of things, but I also just wanted to give you some inspiration, let you watch me create with these and see if something doesn't spark for you. So just remember to tag us when you create with this, so that next month we will choose a winner, and then they'll get, so this is April's, so the winner of April's will get May's download for free. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a few things here if you're going to be entering the contest. So say you're entering the contest. One of the things that I want you to be mindful of is most of your content should come from the download. Here are some things that would be acceptable to put with it because we want to look at it and know that this came from my website. We want to know that this came from this download, right? So things like this, some background papers that are in, like if you're using like tags and tabs, like, or a coffee filter or a tea filter, this kind of stuff, like whatever you put on this, when you use this with this, you're still going to be able to tell that this came from that download. Like, there's all kinds of papers and things that you could use, but you can see how this is still going to be the shining example. This is still going to be the subject matter. So making sure that this is the shining elements is the download. You can use whatever you want to on this end of things that is supportive to what you're doing, but just remember that this needs to be the shining element for the contest. Okay. And also just remember to tag us, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever, put it in the Facebook group, whatever. Just make sure that this is showing up so that we see it, and that you're saying hashtag I'll put the hashtag so you can just copy and paste it, but that you're hashtagging us, that this is you're allowing us to use you as part of the contest, because we'll share it, we'll comment on it, we will do all the things that you need us to do to see your art and know that you're entering into the contest. Okay, so by tagging us, using the tag, or tagging us in any of these other posts, we'll be able to see that and know that you're saying, hey, this is part of that contest, I'm entering. All right, so, but you can see, I hope this makes sense. And if you have questions, ask. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Oh, excuse me, got the hiccups. I am going to make a few vignettes with the downloads. That's what I'm feeling. And then I can add them to a journal later. So I cut the bottom portion of this out, and I'm going to, and I sliced this down a little bit so that I could fit this on there. And what I think I want to do is position it to where I can still see her face, but keeping it, I don't know, like just trying to keep that, her face out, like in a place that, because if I move this over, it cuts over. And so I'm trying to place it in a way that I can, just kind of see her. So I'm going to glue this down. And I'm just going to kind of put glue on the top part of this, and then position it, like I said, where we can kind of see her face, but also have it come to the edge here too. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and cut this edge off and this edge off. I can see it on the back, so I can cut it straight, just so that I just want that leftover portion to be gone and it look like that. It's making it longer, and I'm trying to decide if I want to kind of shorten it a little bit. Here, let me get my bigger scissors. Maybe I might want, I don't know, it may not be too bad long, but I'm just gonna slightly cut this bottom down a little bit. Let me see. I can usually tell from the back if it's uneven, and it is, so I'm gonna straighten that out a little bit. There, okay, I like that. So now I think I want to add some of these flowers into this a little bit. So I am going to cut some out. So maybe right here, I'm just gonna cut out these two big yellow flowers just to see. I don't know, I just don't want to waste it. So I'm gonna kind of use all of these, both of these as much as I possibly can. So to not waste. I can use it in another, I can use leftovers of this in another thing, but I just want to use as much as I can here. So I thought I would just try to see if this would work. So I'm cutting these out. I'm not being too fussy with these. I'm not real patient when it comes to fussy cutting. Real great, but I rough fussy cut and it works for me. So there we go. And there's this place in the sky here I was thinking, but I don't want to cover up the woman. I might need something different. So I'm just gonna see if maybe, I don't know, maybe this guy. We'll see. I'm just gonna cut out a few of these things and see if I can't place them somewhere in here to where it is a little more cohesive. I think if I can get this to separate, it might be okay. Let's see, because I got these painted so close together. And then, I don't know. Okay, so that idea is tank. Nope, don't like it. Okay, let's see about you. Maybe bringing this up. That might be good. And then I think I'm gonna paint some blue to the sky. Let's see if I can just lightly add some color here. I think I might like that. There. Add a little bit more. Oops. Ah, got a piece wet. Didn't want to do that. I don't have the fancy printer that the ink won't bleed, so I've got to be very careful. So then I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit closer here. And you could use markers. And every time I do this, I'm like, you should have just used a marker. And still, what do? Not use a marker, because the marker I think would be a lot simpler to do this, but I don't know why. I don't have them right here by me, and maybe that's why. And then I'm just gonna drop in some of this blue into the background here where there's space. There we go. I kind of like that. Oh, that looks good. So, and then I think I want to just put this flower here. So that's what I'll do. I just think layering it would be a good option. So, okay, there. And I don't know if those little flowers I cut would work anywhere here or not. Maybe they would. I'll try. Let me see. Maybe I just kind of layer them like this. It's a good thing this glue doesn't stick solid because I didn't like it. Oh. Okay, that one's fine. And maybe doing one right here. Okay, I don't hate it. I will probably cut that off when I'm done. Who knows? But I think it turned out cute. So I like this. I could use, and I'm going to save this because I think I could use this somewhere in this, whenever I use it in a layout. So I'm going to keep that. So put that to the side. And then let's see this one. So this one, I have these paper. I'm thinking I want to make this picture a tag. So I'm trying to align this on here to kind of cut it into a tag shape. That's the same thing I did with this vintage paper, is cut it into a tag. Now, have that. And I almost want to do that same thing. I want to add some blue to that background on the top here. I want to bring in some color here. So I'm going to just kind of move that out of the way so I don't get it on that. I'm just going to kind of add some blue watercolor to this. And I'm just using a, I think, see, I've used this so much you can't even see the numbers, but I think it's a 6. And it's silver black velvet round brush. And I use it so much that you can't even read what's on there because it's my favorite go-to for a lot of things. And I've had it for so long. I use it, it is a nice watercolor brush, but I bought a new one and I just use this one primarily for when I'm using mixed media type stuff. I will use it. And I saved the other, I bought the new one and I'm using it for actual just like watercolor paper and that type of thing. Just, this one I use over the top of watercolor ground and all kinds of things. So, but it's my go-to brush. Here we go. I've gathered like just some paper, some glue, some scissors, staples, and then I have some ribbon too, because if I did tags, I thought I'm gonna want ribbon on that. So I do have some ribbon for that. And then I'm just kind of coloring this in as best as possible. Just kind of going around these guys, and there's a little drop of sky in between them there. There we go. There we go. I like it. I don't want to color too much of it. I just wanted a little bit. So I did that. I'm going to let that dry for a second. And then maybe use that as the back, or maybe one of these, who knows. Trying to decide if I want to pull, you know what, we do have this other one. I could pull some of these flowers from this. Ooh, that might be an idea. Let me just see. Let's just see. So I'm going to cut around the top part of these flowers just a little bit. I just like rough cut. Because there's still some good viable flowers here, to some background here that could be used. So this will be perfect maybe for this. All right, let's see. I don't know if the width of this will be good or not, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I actually like that idea of adding that to the, it does bring home the springish thing. Spring, summer, whatever we want to go for. I'm wanting spring and summer, so I'm feeling both of them. All right, let's see. So place that there. And I didn't cut the bottom off because I'm going to wait. I was just waiting to get this positioned. Now I'm going to turn it over and I can see where I need to cut clearly from here and here. Ooh, I like that. And I think what I will do is stitch around this. I think I might do it on this one as well. Put something on the back of it and stitch around it. Maybe something like this. I don't know, maybe. Well, because I have this and I could stitch around that on the back. Anything that's a tag especially, I like to stitch around it because it just adds some, makes it more substantial. And so I like that. It gives it some weight to be a tag. And then I'm trying to decide which. I think I want the black and white ribbon as the tassel on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this a little bit. So while I'm letting this completely dry, oh my gosh, I'm sticking it to everything. Oy, oy to the bay. All right, so now I'm going to lay this down here. Let me see. Kind of lay it down on this, and it will give it a background. So when I go to stitch it, it'll be ready to roll. And it's not completely on there great, but I don't care. Once I stitch it, it doesn't matter. So I kind of like that. And then I'm going to cut a little piece of this and try to decide how I want to do it. I think I'm going to sandwich it in between this and this when I stitch it. There we go. I think I like that. That's kind of cute. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side, and then I'm trying to decide if I want to stitch this onto a background as well, or if I just want to. I think I might leave it, because if I'm going to have it in a pocket, I would, but I'm not sure. I think I might use these together in a layout, and so I kind of think I'm going to leave this one, because then I could glue it. And this one can be free, like in a pocket or something. It would make a cute little layout. So I'm going to put those to the side, and I will stitch that. That will be fun. I'm still going to keep these little things just in case. All right, so over here, I have this blackbird. I have some scrap papers that I've kept. I think I'm going to cut this flower out, and I'm going to cut off the leaves here and just kind of, it's a very loose watercolored flower, but it's going to kind of give it structure by the time I do this, which I may not love, but I'm going to try it. And I think I want to cut this out. But one thing that I'm going to save is I have this little flower and leaf that are just kind of randomly right here. I'm going to cut these out just in case I want to use them, because that little flower's kind of cute. So I'm just going to kind of cut. You know what? I think I'm going to take that leaf off right there. Okay. And so I could use it on this little tag. Is there anything else on this? This I think I'm going to set to the side. Then I have this guy, and I'm thinking I want to place this here and then actually use my watercolors and add some green. My desk's a mess. My whole room is a mess right now. I'm surprised I can even be in here using it. And then I'm just going to kind of add some painted leaves just to merge the two. So I don't know, to do something different for one, and to kind of make this background paper feel like it's a part of the botanical there. Okay, I think I maybe need to glue that on there. I should have glued it on there maybe first. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of what I do is trial and error. Dang it. Can't beat it. There we go. I like it. Okay. And then I'm going to sop up some of that wetness that's in that leaf here. It will help it dry faster. And put that away for a second. And I think what I'm going to do with this is cut that off there, and I'm just going to tear it. And I might take maybe some brown, light, watered down, like, let me pull this over. So this palette's a little messy right now, but I'm just kind of taking this leftover bits from this, and I think I'm going to go around the flower a little bit, adding some shadow, maybe to make that flower stand off of the ledger paper. I'm putting some pressure on this because it's kind of buckling a little bit. Okay, and going around, just kind of making it stand out a little bit, adding a shadow. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crusty old paper towel and kind of lay down on here and soak up any of that excess water. Oh, I kind of like that. There we go. So I have that. And then to go with it, I think this little tag would be nice. And then I could put like a typed word or something on it. But my question is, do I put this up here? Or maybe in the corner like that. Ooh, that's cute. Maybe like that. And it kind of matches, so I can use them in the same layout. And let's see, I had this piece of tea bag paper, but I'm gonna leave it for right now. I guess I don't need it. I was gonna use it with this, but I think I'm gonna leave this. So I'm gonna let this dry and put this to the side. So we have this and this that could be used in a layout. I have this cute bird and I just want to do something with him. But I'm almost thinking I'm going to need to wait and maybe position him somewhere in one of these other layout things maybe. I'm going to leave him loose, but let's see what we have left over. So let's put this to the side. All right, so we have this still. We have quite a bit. I could still continue, but I think I've created four pieces from that. And then I still have this that I can add. And I think I could, I don't know, I think I could even put this on one of these and use it as the subject matter, and do some things, but I want to save him and think about what I want to do with him, because he could even also just put part of his body on this somehow. I'm gonna leave this because I'll use that for something else. But I have quite a bit of pieces here that I can use in other layouts. So I'm gonna pause and you know what? I think I want this on that one. Let's see. Ooh, let's see. I might have to cut this one in half to use it on that tag, because I need to have a string for that tag. I don't need to, but I want to. Oh, you know what? I was just thinking I could make pockets out of some of this other paper, so that would be good. I am going to just tie this, or maybe when I'm stitching everything else, I'll just put a little stitch on it up here. Or, oh, I have the stapler. I did keep the stapler out. I'm just gonna staple it. There we go. And then I have this. I'm gonna edge everything. I like using this just to get, it just feels like it's adding some weight to it, making it feel like a finished piece. So I'm gonna do that to all the pieces. Oh, I like that. I'll show you here in a second. There. All right, let me clean this up and then I will show you the end result here. Okay, so here is the tag stitched and I really like it. I think it turned out cute. And I do believe that these would make a cute pairing in a layout. And I think that these three will be really cute in a layout. And I think that this stuff would make nice pockets. So like I could fold this over and make a pocket. Like I could even cut it down. I could do a couple of things with those papers. I almost think you could make a pocket out of this pretty easily too. Like just folding it, and you would have to put something on the front, but you could just paste some of this other paper onto the front so that it's not so plain, or you could doodle. I don't know, it might be cute. So I'm going to keep my options open as far as this stuff as like pockets and that type of thing. And then, but I do think that these will pair well in a layout. They kind of have a fall theme once I do that, not spring, but still, I still like it. So I think this might be a layout, and then this one. And then I can use the background papers whenever I do actually put it in a journal. So if you're on Instagram, be looking for this to be in my feed at some point, because I think that this will make a cute layout that way. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy playing with these downloads. The other thing is that my newsletter subscribers will always get a discount on these printables every month. These collage sheets will always be you'll receive a discount code. So if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, follow the link to my website and sign up for my newsletter and look for the discount code for the downloads each month. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.